Check, check. Hi. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, honorable dignitaries, distinguished guests, and esteemed speakers and guests. As we say in Hindi, picture abhi baki hai, means movie is yet to get over. So, welcome everyone to the finale of the third three-day event we had so far, the Open Group India Awards, the 6th edition 2024. As a part of the Open Group Conference, the Next Gen Digital for Decade. I'm Atik Shah from the Open Group India. I'm Associate Director for Member Engagement for India, Middle East, and Africa. It's my honor and privilege to be your host. For those who have been there with us from the day one, from those who have been kind enough to join us midway, and for those who have just come for the awards today. So thank you everyone for turning up and holding up as well. We are thrilled to have you over here in the capital city of New Delhi, the city known for its rich culture and of course the power center of India. So coming back to awards, there are multiple teams who have submitted the nominations in various categories of the competition to showcase the brilliant efforts that have gone into using the open standards, and this session is to recognize it. So with this, it is my great pleasure to invite and call upon Steve Nunn, President and CEO of the Open Group, on the stage for a few words. Please join me in welcoming Steve.
Thank you, Atik. Thanks for the introduction. And I'll add my personal welcome to you all. Thank you for joining us. And I believe we're live streaming too. So thank you to anyone who's taking the time to join us remotely. It's a pleasure to be here. Looking at that introductory video, and I was seeing photos of myself, thinking, oh my goodness, I've actually been at these each time. So this is the 6th edition of these awards, and it feels like it's been a while because, of course, we had the last two had to be virtual for reasons we all understand. But it's so good to be back, being able to actually meet the individuals behind the organizations who've made these submissions and who've demonstrated their fantastic work in the use of open standards. And I'll just say a few words about open standards, because that's really what the Open Group has always been about, and it's demonstration of the practical use, the real utility that open standards have been put to by the winners of our awards tonight. But when I first started with the company some time ago now, open standards were, really the main thing about open standards was to give customers more choice and deal with vendor lock-in. That was really the most common description of what it meant to be an open standard. But we've really seen a shift in that. It's still that, of course, but it's so much more. Open standards are the core to solving many of the major business challenges that organizations face in the world today. And just in the Open Group, obviously we don't claim to be the only one doing open standards, but just in our world, whether it's designing the cockpit of the future in the avionics industry, the next generation of process automation systems, a cloud-based platform for enabling the full utilization of exploration data for the oil and gas industries, also then to take that into new energy. And you know, to give our latest example, solving the problem of the fact that there's no common way to record and report on emissions data. All of these things are crying out for open standards, and increasingly organizations and governments around the world, commercial organizations and governments around the world, realize that working together and creating these standards and implementing them is the best way and often actually the quickest way. Standards in the traditional sense have a reputation for taking a while and being a bit slow. That's changing. Well, it's changed, and it's certainly changing in the way we do things at the Open Group. It's actually a lot faster to get to where you're trying to get to than each organization trying to do it by themselves. So open standards, as I say, are at the core of solving some of these crucial business problems, and it's a pleasure to see the work that our members do. My job as CEO, one of the things I have to do, obviously, is to have our staff facilitate the work of the members who create the standards. But fundamentally, it is the members who create the standards. And those standards are then available not just for our members, but for anyone to use. And that's a really important thing. So the take-up of standards all around the world is really refreshing to see. And I think it makes not just the Open Group staff, but our members who've worked on these standards, it gives them great pride to see them being used for really valuable purposes, as we'll see with some of the awards tonight. So, as I say, sixth edition of these awards, and we seem to add a few, or at least add one each time we go. So in the awards this year, I used to have them in my head, but we've added a couple. We have categories for use of the TOGAF standard in enterprise architecture. That's one of the things for which we're best known. The ArchiMate standard, also in enterprise architecture, it's a enterprise architecture modeling language. The IT for IT standard for IT management and planning, particularly digital in the digital product space nowadays with the latest version. The Open Trusted Technology standard. That's a standard in the cybersecurity area aimed at minimizing and ideally eliminating counterfeit or tainted product in the global supply chain. We have open fair, that's in the security area, that's about risk. We have 2 standards there for risk analysis and risk taxonomy that make up the open fair body of knowledge. Increasingly used, particularly in the financial services world, but more and more industries are discovering it as well, which is great. The OSDU data platform, I mentioned a cloud-based platform in the oil and gas world, which will then be leveraged for other sources of energy, new and sustainable energies, really solving a major problem of that the operators have there. And we also have had, I think for the first time last time, the most promising program for women in enterprise architecture. That's one we're quite proud of, and we'll see that again today. And new this year, open standards for sustainability. Sustainability is obviously should be front of mind for everyone in their organizations and of course in our personal lives. But we're recognizing the use of open standards to improve sustainability in various places in our awards tonight. So we've a lot to get through. As I say, it's a great pleasure to be up here to welcome you. I'll be involved in being able to hand certificates tonight to our award winners, which will be a great pleasure and certainly worth the trip. Last word I would say on the awards themselves and how we do things. An additional back-end value of the submissions that we receive and the awards that we go through. There's a lot of effort from the jurors as well as our team who put these together. So thank you to anyone who's been involved in the process at all. But a back-end benefit is that we generate case studies from these submissions, which are, they're kind of gold, really. Everybody wants case studies. Everybody wants to see how these standards can actually be used for good and in really valuable situations, whether that's in the commercial sector or the government sector. So we compile those case studies and we publish them in the Open Group Library. And again, they are available for all to see. And we are constantly pointing people to them as guidance, as evidence of how some of our standards can be used. So thank you for giving me a few minutes to address you and adjusting to the light. It will be my pleasure to go through the rest of the evening. I wish you a great evening and congratulations not just to all our winners tonight, but to anyone who's made submissions. And as I say, the very significant team behind putting an event like this together. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you a great event.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much. So next, what we have is the guest of honor, and it's indeed an honor to have her. So let me introduce her. So the next person who is going to be there is Usha Shrikant, Managing Partner for Client Innovation Center, leader for IBM Consulting. This is IBM's global delivery unit, which delivers to a portfolio of over 840 clients across 13 locations in India, cutting across different industry segments. The delivery focus ranges from consulting, complex systems, integrations, garages, migrations, and modernizations to in-application development and maintenance. She comes with more than 3 decades of industry experience. She holds a master's degree in management studies and a bachelor's degree in engineering. She is an IBM India Board of Director and holds a Diamond Industry Badge for banking, which is the highest form of industry recognition in IBM. Usha is passionate about diversity and inclusion agenda and is involved in several programs and the initiatives in this space. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Usha Shrikant.
Hello? Yeah. I think I'll be a little more comfortable with this rather than standing there. So it's my pleasure to be here, and I know I'm standing between all of you, the awards and the dinner, so I'm going to keep it very, very short. I just wanted to start by saying, when I look around in the industry, and there was a mention of 3 decades, so I'm old and I started off in the pre-Y2K days, right? But today when you look at the industry, and I've been in the technology industry through and through, I think a few things stands out for me from a business standpoint. We've been talking digital transformation for ages. I heard about it when I graduated from college in a different version, and it keeps changing. But I think today, if you take an area like digital transformation, what stands out is it's fueled by what shifts and changes that are happening in the business. And I just want to take a couple of examples. I was with one of our clients, Philip Morris, and you all know it as a tobacco and a cigarette company. So when I was with the CIO said, you know what, Usha, we're moving towards wellness. And I almost fell out of my chair. But he said, we are moving towards wellness, we are acquiring companies, and he actually showed a fantastic roadmap. And what was going on in my mind was, okay, this is going to mean a shift and change in the supply chain. This is going to be a very different segmentation approach for clients. And all of this for Philip Morris doesn't happen through a blueprint of a business plan. It's all fueled by technology. Let me take another example, our own, home ground, State Bank of India. And I'm sure some of you must be users of the YONO app, right? You only need one, which is just not banking, it's an entire digital marketplace. The reason I call out these 2 examples in digital transformation is it's no longer about building a portal, a channel, or whatever. It is all about sitting in the midst of an ecosystem. And when you really have to work as a part of an ecosystem, open is what goes on in my mind, right? Open standards, how do you collaborate, how do you coexist? So that to me is a big shift in the industry over the years that has happened, which I think we need to be taking note of. At the same time, I think the traditional asks and requirements never goes away. Some of you are users of technology, some of you are into technology as IT specialists, but you all hear the famous thing, right? What is done in 3 months, can you do in 2, and what is 2 is 1, and what is 1 is 15 days. So time is of essence, speed, agility doesn't go away. Similarly, everybody wants everything at 1/4 and 1/10 the cost, and it's only, fractional. It never goes the other way around. These are things which have existed. And I do believe by embracing open standards, we actually go a mile further in terms of getting us towards the destination. It becomes a lot more finite than being that creative consultant or a group of consultants trying to build something on their own, right? And when we're doing all this, I wouldn't also ignore the fact that it is very, very critical to keep the risk and compliance. And Steve was just talking about banking and some of the risk standards. We cannot ignore that. And in fact, on a side note, in banks, you will see 30 to 35% of their chain spend go just in handling what the regulations need. And I see a vigorous nod from a banker here, which is very there. I think when you look at all the changes which are happening in our industry, all the changes which are happening with various organizations, to me, the relevance of open standards and, of course, the very existence of the open group becomes all the more important. I don't think we can handle the pace that is required without this. So that's something that I just want to call out. The other dimension for me is you can't have a discussion today in technology or otherwise without generative AI. I think generative AI is touching our hearts and souls in our work life and day-to-day life in some way or the other. But what is generative AI bringing? Apart from making us smarter, better at what we do, it's bringing a huge change. And when you look at the models, when you look at the adoption and leverage of models, This is not going to happen with one brilliant data scientist sitting somewhere or even 100 brilliant data scientists, right? It's going to need huge collaboration and coming together, which is very fundamental for open standards in my mind. I think generative AI is actually going to increase the momentum of adoption of open standards around the industry because people have to come together, and it's no longer about building a regulation or building a standard. It's going to become very, very essential to our survival. So I think when we look at all of this, what I would conclude is being open is the need of the hour. Embracing open standards is needed if you want speed, agility, and value, higher value in what you do. And that's my key takeaway. So I think for all of us here, as people who are involved in some shape or form, this is a movement we need to amplify not only for ourselves, but take it across to the entire ecosystem that we operate in. I think with that, I would say we move on to the maybe the more interesting part of the day, which would be the awards. Thank you.
May I request you to stay back on the stage, and may I call upon Steve to felicitate her? May I have somebody to bring up the award, the trophy? Sorry. So we're just thinking which trophy to give, so just please bear with us. Okay, finally it's there. Thank you. Now I'll call upon Pallab Saha, Dr. Pallab Saha. He's the General Manager for the Open Group India. He's our lead, and he'll say something about the next set of awards, which is awards for distinction. So over to you, sir. You want to have mic?
All right, good evening, everybody. We've had almost 3 days of intense presentations. And as you may have seen in the past 2.5 days at least, there were many case studies, if you will, and some of them were the award winners that Steve did mention when the presentations were made. So before we actually announce the award winners, it's important for you to understand the process that they went through. So I'm not going to articulate the evaluation process. We have a separate session for that. We'll cover that in a bit. But Usha has beautifully articulated the need for open standards, and basically this whole conference culminating with this award ceremony is a celebration of the use of open standards in real world settings. And for me to be able to, Steve has already covered the different domains or different categories of award where we received the nominations. Now we have 3 groups of awards. So as mentioned here, the first one is the award of distinction, then we have the award of merit. So before you understand the difference between why some projects were given the award of distinction and the award of merit, let me just quickly appraise you with respect to what were the criteria that was used basically to evaluate these awards. So the first criteria was whether the team was able to articulate the motivation and purpose of the project, which was very important from a jury evaluation process, because as was mentioned previously in one of the sessions, it's important to answer the why question. Why are you doing it? Whatever you're doing. So that was important for us, for the jury members. Second was, once the why was clear, what alternatives did the team use? What architecture alternatives to come up with the business and the technical solution? So that was the second criteria. The third criteria was you could always come up with solutions, but did you use open standards to build that solution? And I will not go into the details of the standards because as you'll see the awards, you will understand which standard they used in the citation. The fourth one was, yes, you have used the standard, but was there any demonstrable impact in real world settings? Did it make a difference? Right? And that is the reason why we have these two groups of distinction and merit. What supporting documentation did the team present, including customer testimonials? That is very important from a jury process. And finally, were there any user testimonials? Is anybody even using that or benefiting that from the project? So these were the 6 key groups of criteria, if you will, that were used to evaluate the award. Based on that, they were placed as award of distinction and award of merit. So why were some projects given the award of distinction? Because they did well in all of these 6 areas. That's fundamentally what it is, right? And they may have excelled in one or more areas. Whereas in the award of merit, they may have done well, but maybe there is a scope for improvement. So we will get into this, we will just announce the award of distinction. But as I said, these projects fulfilled all the requirements that I just mentioned earlier. The jury members were very happy. In fact, they went, we had 2 levels of evaluation. And during the second level of evaluation, the team also had the opportunity to present user testimonials, customer testimonials, which is very important, as I mentioned previously. The key point here is that we do convert some of these good nominations into case studies, as already mentioned by Steve earlier, because these winners, that is winners of the award of distinction, we believe have played a key role in advancing the use of open standards, because we need examples, right? So that's what it is all about. So can we now go to the next step of making the announcement?
Sure. All right, yeah. So thank you, Pallabji. Thank you for giving us a background about what it is. I would request you to stay back. I'll also ask Ushaji to come up on the stage to felicitate the award winners, and as well as Steve to come on the stage, please. Super. So, okay guys, so dil tham ke baithe dosto. So now this is the time when the efforts which has gone in will get the rung. So, okay, so we start with the next set of awards for distinction, and the first one goes to Aliens Technology AC for awards of distinction in ArchiMate standard and modeling language. So may I request the team of Aliens to come on the stage, please? You can go ahead with the acceptance speech.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's an honor. I'm standing here with a lot of excitement and honor to receive this prestigious award of distinction on our work on ArchiMate modeling language at Alliance Technology. I think it's a reflection of the expertise of our teams, and it also underscores our commitment to follow open standards and industry best practices. At Alliance Technology, we are proud to say that we are the global services provider for Alliance Group, one of the largest financial institutions in the planet. And representing the enterprise architecture team and the architecture COE, I can say that we are committed to make sure that we always work towards aligning the IT and architecture to our business strategy and goals, right? And here, when it comes to the architecture standards, we don't believe that it's a milestone, but it's a continuous journey. And I can say that we have been continuously updating our ArchiMate cookbook, which has been helping us. And we have been encouraging our architects to not to target architectural artifacts as milestones, but to offer tangible value to the organization in that process. And last but not the least, I would like to thank Open Group for this honor and for this opportunity to present. And I believe that through the adoption of open standards, we will be able to continuously excel in our enterprise architecture journey by adopting openness, the interoperability, as well as consensus that open standards offer, which is the need of the hour. Thank you.
Super. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Aliens team. Okay, the next one is the award of distinction for cybersecurity, open fair risk analysis, security architecture, and zero trust architecture. So let me call upon Single Store Inc. team on the stage, please. Super. Nishant, welcome. May I request the trophies? Thank you. May I request Usha to give it the trophy, Steve to give the certificate. Thank you, Nishanti. Would you like to say a few words?
Ladies and gentlemen, respected dignitaries and members of the Open Group, I'm deeply honored and grateful to receive this prestigious award today. It's a recognition of not only the work that we have done, but it's a shared commitment and passion that we had within our team in advancing our security practices. Our project on implementing Zero Trust within Single Store has been a great journey of learning, collaboration, and extreme innovation. We are living in a world where cyber threats are ever evolving, and adopting a Zero Trust approach is not a choice, but it's a necessity in this time. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the leadership of Open Group for giving us this opportunity and providing us a nice platform to share our knowledge, and your thought leadership has been invaluable. I would also like to extend thanks and would like to extend heartfelt greetings from the team of Single Store. It's because of their commitment and passion for what we have done has helped us to get this success over here, right? So as this award inspires us to continue pushing our boundaries and adopt more open source standards, and our partners and customers and our stakeholders have been very much helpful in providing their very much valuable insights and feedback in making this a very huge success for all of us. I know like there's a lot much to do in the cybersecurity, and I'm sure we all are going to create a more safer and secure world in the days to come. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, Nishanti. Appreciate it. Okay, so I'll call upon the next set of award. This is in the category of OSDU, Data Platform, Digital Transformation, Open Source Software, Data Platform, Energy Industry. And that one goes to Wipro Limited. May I call upon the Wipro team to come on the dais, please?
Wipro's global energy data and platform practice. I have here with me a team who have traveled across continents, and there are several who couldn't be here, but probably they're all joined live on our YouTube. So me and my Wipro team here, they are very grateful and truly humbled to receive this prestigious award from the Open Group India. I'm deeply grateful for the recognition of our hard work and the opportunity to be here among several of your distinguished individuals and organizations. Firstly, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Open Group for creating such a platform that recognizes and encourages innovation and excellence in our field. Your commitment to fostering a collaborative, open, and inclusive environment is truly inspiring. There are several Open Group members who have been the face of this. Steve, Dr. Saha, Deepthi, Karuna, and so many, right? But there are several other people who have worked behind the scenes. All of the cameraman and the photographers and then the audio visuals. Thank you, everyone. This wouldn't have been possible without all your hard work. Secondly, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to my incredible team who are here. Your dedication, creativity, and relentless pursuit for excellence have been instrumental in our success, and each of you have contributed uniquely to our journey, and for that, I'm eternally grateful. Third, the Open Group jury members who took time off their busy schedule to go through the numerous nominations and make difficult decisions to identify the winners. I certainly do not want to be in your shoes, but thanks a lot. Fourth, to our partners and clients, thank you for the unwavering support and the trust in us. You have been our motivation to push boundaries, innovate, and strive for excellence. Your feedback and encouragement have been invaluable in shaping our path. Fifth, I would like to acknowledge our competitors and fellow nominees. You challenge us, inspire us, and push us to do much better. And this healthy competition is what drives progress and innovation in our industry. And lastly, this award is a testament to our collective effort and dedication. It reaffirms our commitment to our mission and values, but it also serves as a reminder that our journey is far from over. There is still much more to achieve, many challenges to overcome, and countless opportunities to seize. As we move forward, let us continue to collaborate, innovate, and strive for excellence. Let us push boundaries and make a difference. Together, we can shape the future of our industry. Once again, thank you, Open Group India, for this incredible honor. We are excited about the journey ahead and look forward to many more years of collaboration and innovation. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Nagaraju-ji. Okay, so we go with the next set of awards of distinction. So the next category is the most promising program for women in enterprise architecture. So may I call upon IBM team over here on the stage, please?
Hello, everyone. It's a real pleasure and honor to be here and to be able to receive this award on behalf of IBM from the Open Group team. Thank you for having us here and thank you for giving the opportunity. I just want to call out that this award goes to every single member of the Women in Tech community in IBM, and we call ourselves the ASIMA team. ASIMA means limitless. So this is a hugely passionate group of technical women practitioners who are practicing enterprise architects, solution architects, in fact, different streams of architecture, and at multiple levels, right from software engineering all the way to the lead enterprise architecture level. And this team is doing phenomenal work, not just for our clients and partners every day, but they're also extremely passionate about growing the technical community, building that expertise, collaborating and sharing with each other, and also building the eminence internally and externally. So I think that is what has really kept this program not just vibrant, I would say growing for over the last many more years. And also it's equally important, I call out here, the unwavering sponsorship and support that we have had from our IBM senior leadership team. And it's a double delight that we actually have Usha here and to be able to receive this award. So thank you to Open Group as well. I want to call out because as part of the jury panel, I mentioned that it's very important that the effort of organizations and their focus on some of the diversity and the women in tech programs are recognized and acknowledged. So thank you for bringing in this award category. Thank you.
Thank you, Lavanya ji. Okay, so the next one goes for the category of TOGAF, Standard and Enterprise Architecture. And the award goes to LTI Mindtree. May I call upon the team to come on the stage, please?
So thank you, Open Group, for giving us this award. Very privileged to receive the award on behalf of LTI Mindtree. As a part of L&T Group, we truly believe in nation building, and this program, which got the award, was a very challenging one. This program started in COVID times. One of the programs which was awarded, especially during the COVID time, looking at the financial security of India. So we are very proud to be partner with Government of India in this kind of journey. And using the open standard, as we all know, has been really forte for us to be on the success of journey. The program is, first phase is done. It has gone live, and we have used all the open standards and open sources primarily. And we think that this program will pave the way for bringing more security into picture and try to bring more terror financing and money laundering into control. Very important for us, and thanks to the team who worked on it, part of my team as a part of Global Technology Office, our program team. Thank you for the effort made. And the jury member, I remember when I was giving this presentation, I was in Europe. So we had a good discussion with the jury members. They really appreciated the work. And so I thank you very much for the award. And
Thank you, Tarunji. Thank you, Sunilji. Thank you, Avinashi. All right, the next one goes to the award of distinction for IT Standard, IT Management and Planning, and the award goes to HCL Software. May I request the team to come on the stage, please?
It's always an honor. I think this is third time I'm standing on the stage to receive an award. The project that we have implemented by leveraging the IT for IT standard for HCL software is to, how do you approach, how do you implement a value stream approach in order to, manage your digital operating model? So for that, IT for IT has been a big friend for us. You can use that as a template. You can use that as a blueprint. And to define your, look, this was implemented in a subdivision of HCL software. It's called Actian. So if you look at the Actian's portfolio, which is varied from just a database as a service to even the edge solutions that we provide for IoT platform. So they are committed to innovations. They are committed to bring up the new solutions for our customers. In such, and this growth has come from the various mergers and acquisitions. As a result, they have varied set of digital factory within the company, within the organization itself. In that sense, right, if the company is growing so fast, you can't really have those processes working in isolations. So how do you bring the value streams, the capabilities, the processes, the tools, the integrations, the data exchange, and all of that is compiled into a standard called IT for IT. We have leveraged that, and thanks Open Group for kind of anchoring it and getting those standards available as an open source for you. So with that, I would like to thank, it's really an honor to receive this award. And it is actually quite collaborations from not just the team that you're seeing here, but it is 100+ stakeholders, because it's a strategic initiatives. We have touched across 100+ initiatives across the organizations. So it's a brilliant work. So I would like to thank each one of them who has contributed. And as well as thank you to the Open Group for believing our effort and recognizing it with an award and reward. So with that, I'll not speak much. I'll let you enjoy your rest of the evening. Congratulations to all the winners, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Satyaji and team. Super. All right. Now, thank you, Ushaji. Thank you so much for your efforts for the awards, giving out awards. You can go back, and I'll request Steve and Palabji to stay back. Do we have anyone from Mega in the crowd? Okay, Mega has been the sponsor for the event, and we're just looking if anyone is there. Okay, all right, so we'll proceed with the event. And there's one point which Satyaji made, and we just kind of clicked, then he's the third time standing over here, and people may think, is it a rigged award? Is it? So guys, there is a huge process behind it, and it is going to be explained as we move ahead. So, and then a lot of efforts that goes into this. So the next one goes to, all right, before I say the name, the award category is TOGAF Standard and Enterprise Architecture, and the award of distinction goes to Tavunia. May I call upon Tavunia team on the stage, please?
thank you, Open Group and the community. It's proper that, since it's enterprise architecture, that I thank the enterprise that went behind this. And the future is here if Rahul is around, that we have the ecosystem also. This is a very prestigious and humbling moment for me. Thavunia is in at a hyper speed trying to achieve digital transformations. There are many countrywide expectations out of the healthcare players, and Thavunia is under a lot of limelight and pressure, and so they have rightfully entrusted the enterprise architecture thinking to be a shepherd of that ambitious project, in fact, a set of programs. I know that my leadership is watching, and unfortunately they could not be here. So I would like to first acknowledge and thank them for their support, especially my CTO, Abdullah Shargi, and Ibrahim Saif and Badr. If you are watching, I'm sure you are. Now, coming back to the people who contributed, there is an endless set of names that I cannot go through, but I would like to really mention Mustafa, who was with me, and he could not make it also here. And the numerous colleagues from different capabilities and departments that made this happen. PMO and strategy for building the runway before we could do the project that we did here that attracted this attention and award. And the ecosystem itself, I'd like to thank Brahati Software AG for the tools. And we had a very unique collaborative experience and could achieve in a manner of half a year, 6 months or so, the things that we were planning for in a time period of a year. So thank you all, and I would also thank the organizers for the very wonderful time that I had here for the last 3 days. Thank you.
Thank you, Rizwanji, and the team. All right, and the last one in the awards of distinction is the category for open standards for sustainability. And that one goes to MOSIP and IIT Bangalore. It's IIT Bangalore. May I request the team to come on the stage, please? Okay, there is SSG.
It's an honor to be presented in the Open Standards Forum and then receiving this award. We've been working on an open source platform for almost 5 years now. It has been a great journey in learning and hacking through these systems. The advantage for us as an open source and the open standards combination is the fact that our project primarily aims at government, and one of the primary aim that we started this project is about avoiding vendor locked-in solutions into the government space. Because as you have to speed up the entire digital work, it was very, very essential for us to build systems which do not lock down the government, that every 5 years there is a license renewal and other kind of cases that happens. So our idea was to make a vendor-neutral systems, and the open standards are really a boon in that way. It reduces a lot of our effort. It also makes it easier for us to build systems, and it is trustworthy enough for the governments to also adapt it. So thanks for all the work this community is doing, and it helps every one of us. And this award, I will dedicate it to all the 1,000+ community members that we have, for whom I have never met, but have been continuously working with us and improving these systems. And thanks for everybody across the globe for helping us do this project with all success. Thank you.
Thank you, Sasiji. I'd still request Steve and Pallabji to stay back. It's a long list. And the next one is the award for merit. For that, I'll call upon Pallabji to just explain what the awards is all about, and then we'll continue with the next steps. Over to you, Pallabji.
So we will move to the next group of awards, category of awards, which is Award of Merit. But before that, within the winners of Award of Distinction, I would definitely like to call out one of the projects which LTI Mindtree was very humble about. That project, the impact of that project was India being placed within the top 4 of the G20 in the recent FATF assessment, Financial Action Task Force. That's the impact architects can have. That's the impact open standards can have, right? So I just wanted to mention that. So the next group of awards is Award of Merit. I'll not repeat the criteria that we used. The Award of Distinction winners have excelled in multiple areas. Award of Merit winners are the ones who have presented well, who have articulated the problem statement, who have evaluated the alternatives. They have the technical and the business solution, but they are at a stage where the impact probably is early days. So therefore, the jury thought that it's important for us to kind of recognize them, but also give them some feedback in terms of how they can present the impact and the results of their project, so to speak. So this, in a nutshell, is what the Award of Merit is all about. Atik, let's announce the award winners now.
Thank you, Dr. Saha. Okay, so we'll go to the next set of categories for the Awards of Merit, and the category is TOGAF Standard and Enterprise Architecture, and the winner in this category is Union Bank of India. So may I call upon the team of Union Bank?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's a privilege to receive the award from none other than the Open Group. It's our privilege. I think this award has a special meaning for us because we have started our enterprise architecture journey around a year and a half back. So while we are a 105-year-old organization, and we do IT in a traditional way, but around 2 years back we thought that why not embrace the framework, standardization, because all our actions, definitely they have a larger impact in the entire ecosystem as well as with our customer also. Around in 22, we started the metaverse journey. Now, we were the first bank in India to launch the metaverse launch called Universe, Uni from Union Bank and Verse from Metaverse. So that is what we started. It's a full-fledged banking launch, providing a lot of services and few of the personalized services for the customer. Although regulator is not very upcoming on the metaverse as a technology, but as a Union Bank of India, obviously we have taken that leap of faith and gone ahead with the metaverse journey. Now, once that launch stabilized and lot of tractions were there. Then there was a thought that how to further consolidate this position. And then, in fact, as a CTO, I have given the problem statement to my EA team, asking them that how we can further leverage the metaverse as a technology from the point of view customer and also from the employee point of view. Now, they look at the various solutions, various use cases, and one of the compelling use case came out is a training, immersive training, 3D training. I think that is a use case which we have found out is a very compelling use case, and we have created 3 training modules. Although we understand that there is a technological challenge in terms of providing experience, 3D experience part of it, and that's why we have propagated or we have expanded this program to 8 locations where we could create the physical infrastructure. Today, almost, I think, more than, if I'm right, then almost like 30,000 people have been trained on these 3 modules. One is a cyber security, another is HR, and third is a customer service. So we are seeing a lot of impact on that. But like we said, that these are the transition architecture which we have created. As we go along, probably more and more use cases is going to come up. So thank you, Open Group, for giving us opportunity. Thank you all.
Thank you, Anilji. The next set of award for merit is for the category Open Standards for Sustainability, and that goes to Plankton Data Technologies. May I request Puneet ji to come on the stage, please?
One of the youngest awards for one of the youngest organizations here in the room. Thank you, Open Group. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's been a pleasure, it's been an honor receiving this award on behalf of Plankton Data. It does give us the confidence we have been going in the right direction, and it's an honor for my entire team who has been working on this initiative day in and day out. Thank you so much for this recognition. And at Plankton Data, we say that we are on a mission to help our clients make their net zero decisions with confidence, help them with the interoperable and the measured data in that decision-making process. Our AI-led approach, along with the data-first strategy, is helping our clients attain their sustainability goals faster. And to that end, a huge shout out to the Open Footprint team and the Open Group. You guys have been an amazing partner, a great enabler for us. While we celebrate these awards tonight, it's also a reminder, it's just the beginning of the journey. We will continue to innovate, we will continue to disrupt, we will continue to work together to advocate the open standards. We will use the best of the technologies to help our clients reach their net zero ambitions faster and with confidence. Thank you all.
Thank you, Vinit ji. All right, may I also call upon our next sponsor of the event from Grant Thornton. Do we have Ramendra Verma ji to give away the awards along with Steve and Pallab ji? Cool. There we have Ramendra ji. Please come on the stage. All right, so the next award category in the Awards of Merit is OSDU Data Platform, Digital Transformation, Open Source Software Data Platform and for the energy industry. And that one goes to Shell India Markets Private Limited. May I call upon Shell team to come on the stage?
It's a great honor to be here today to receive this award. We are really feeling deeply honored, privileged, and immensely grateful tonight to receive the award. This is recognition which will be incredibly encouraging for the big team that we have at India, who is delivering relentlessly, tirelessly for this project. It's a project about digitalization journey of the subsurface data universe, transferring and liberalizing data from our on-prem systems to the OSDU platform. That's about the open source data universe. As one of the pioneers in the digital transformation journey, Shell has faced a highly complex path that requires relentless effort, innovation mindset, persistence, and dedication, and of course, the strong collaboration with the forum in this journey for the successful delivery. As we have the privilege today to be on stage to receive this award, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the entire OSDU program team spread across the globe, without whom this journey, this achievement would not have been possible. And we are still in the journey. This is just a beginning of the journey. I'm also very grateful towards our leadership team for the continuous support we are blessed with, not only when we are successful, but also in the moments of failure. We treat this award as an acknowledgement of our team's hard work. It means more to us than we can speak. Thank you for the inspiration, and I'm sure this will give a lot of encouragement to the team to strive towards excellence. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Shell team. And the next category is for TOGAF Standard Enterprise Architecture. And this one goes to Center for Railway Information Systems, Chris. May I call upon the Chris teams on the stage?
First of all, I would like to thank the Open Group team for organizing this massive event. A big round of applause for everyone. Thank you, Steve, Dr. Saha, and the entire Open Group team. We are taking baby steps in the EA practice, and we hope to build a matured standard for Indian Railways ecosystem in coming days. I would also like to thank our MD, Mr. GVL Satyakumar, and all members of Chris Fraternity for supporting us in our endeavor. Finally, I would also like to thank the Chief Commercial Manager of Eastern Railway, Mr. Manoj Kumar, who has reviewed and accepted our work for actual implementation. Thank you.
Thank you, team. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ramendra ji. Thank you for giving out the awards. All right. Now, the last one which I have, and I would request you to come, just wait for one more award. is the one for TOGAF standard and enterprise architecture, and that one goes to CIMB Bank Bahad. May I request to come on the stage, please?
Hi, thank you very much. We are deeply honored and humbled to receive the Open Group Award. This is kind of a recognition and testament of the hard work and dedication of the CIMB Bank and the value of the epic that we have do here, right? It kind of reinforces our belief that we are going through the right track of adopting the Open Group as the path that we want to do, right? And it also significant give an impact to our organization as we can now see how we have changed and we're launching new digital octo platform that comes in. And to me, this award actually not just a representative of achievement, but also a journey that we have to go through, at a long sustainable journey we go. A lot of pain and sweetness. I think we got a lot of shouting to dogs and things like that. But that's the dedication, in the perseverance of the team, and also the support from our memberships that's going to do this, right? Now, I think this award is a validation, and this cannot be thankful because the TOGAF, the Open Group, who provide us this opportunity, and this can be happened by then. I also like to thank the senior management who's been supporting the CIMB senior management, especially YCTO, who encouraged us to do all this thinking, Rose Azia, and this is the belief and the confidence that they gave us, so that that's why we are standing here, right? I guess this kind of takes us to the next step to continue adopt the open standards. We also want to hope to scale this, because believing that the effort that we do is to continue the next step. And there are a lot more things that we wanted to do, especially the digital transformation. Again, I think Usha has mentioned about it. These are all the transformation that we all take that apart. I'm not going to take too long. I'm a bit nervous here too, I think, but I think the rest of the evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I'll have request Steve and Pallabji to rest for a while before I get you back on the stage. Okay, there's one more award left in the award of merit, and this one goes to for the category of TOGAF standard and enterprise architecture, and it goes to Saudi Arabian Ministry of Sport. Unfortunately, they are not able to come travel over here, so they're joining us online. So may I request AV team to get them on the screen, please? Thank you. It's on mute. Okay, for some reasons we are not able to hear them. May I request AV team to check, please? The mic is on for the speaker. Okay, sorry guys for the technical glitch. We're just trying to get this in place. Okay, what we can do is we can take a break and we can come back on this, if you can just kind of sort it out over there. We'll continue with the overall session, and what I'll do is now I'll call upon Sharat Sai Mathurji. He's the former Group General Manager at Center for Railway Information Systems. He's an active member and associated with several initiatives of the Open Group and participated in the previous editions of the Open Group Awards. This year, Mr. Mathur was the jury chair. He was and will talk about his experience as a jury chair. So may I call upon Sharatji on the dais, please? Thank you, Sharatji.
Thank you, Atik. Thank you, Open Group, for giving me this opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a privilege and pleasure for me to be here because you represent the most eminent group of practitioners in all areas of information system design, development, implementation. See, enterprise architects, they are the epitome of information system professionals in my opinion. And to see such a large group who have been doing such excellent work and to stand here and address you is truly a privilege, and I thank the Open Group for that. Thank you very much. Chairing the jury for the Open Group India Awards 2024 was an enlightening experience for me. It was a pleasure to work with the indefatigable team from the Open Group. They don't get tired, they have a lot of energy. The jury co-chair, Ms. Sonia Gonzalez, half the world away, but always there. And all the other jury members, experienced enterprise architects, specialists in their own right, and based in locations scattered across the world.
Yes, hello.
From
Dimitri,
Costa
can you
Rica,
hear me now?
the United States, UK, France, Czechia, that's the Czech Republic, Switzerland, of course, India, many of my friends, and right down to Australia. So we had eminent jurors. So all of you awardees, rest assured that your projects have been scrutinized by the best of the best in the world. And that is why I feel I was so privileged in this effort. This time we evaluated projects from 8 categories that Dr. Saha had already mentioned to you and Mr. Steve Nunn. They encompassed the TOGAF standard, ArchiMate standard, IT for IT, OTTPS, cyber security, and OSDU, Women in EA, Open Standards for Sustainability. We received a rich set of 26 submissions. Totally there were 26 submissions. Oh, a glitch here. Let me get back to where I was. There were 26 submissions and we had to pare them down to I'm sorry. There were 26 submissions. I am taking the facts from here, figures from here. And these submissions were not only from India, from Bangladesh, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Malaysia, Taiwan. So it was a melange of projects, and making a selection out of these projects was a difficult task, I must admit, and I think all my jurors will also admit. It was a difficult task because each one addressed a unique combination of issues. It was difficult to compare one with the other. Although The criteria laid down by the open group were clear, and that helped us to make sure that our assessments were as objective as possible. And in some cases, documentation was difficult to come by because of confidentiality or secrecy or other considerations. So we didn't have, in the initial stages, some of the documentation wasn't there. We could have had more documentation. For example, one of the projects, as you know, addressed sensitive issues around financial crimes, addressing the need to track down dirty money trails across the world, nationally and internationally. You've already seen the project that was for that, and across national boundaries. So naturally, the project team could not initially submit too much documentation with their application. That gave the jury a tough time in initially understanding what exactly were the outcomes of the project. But after an interaction with the teams, when we had that interaction stage, then we realized, and as Dr. Saha mentioned, especially, the import of that particular project. And that was a wonderful project, LTI Mindtree. The tremendous impact of the project became apparent to the jury. A couple of the projects were focused on building or upgrading large and complex architectures. And many of them were building and upgrading architectures while business as usual went on, which is like changing the tires of a car while it is driving down a highway. So that complexity came out when we discussed, when we looked at the submissions, the detailed submissions that the groups had made, and then when we discussed the projects with them. An interesting project you have seen already, open sourcing of identity management. That was very interesting, different, addressed sustainability, a decentralized, self-governing, federated system for identity management. That was the MOSEP project, a very excellent example of sustainability. Application of the OSDU framework, so important now, with ESG gaining prominence. That also, the projects were really interesting for us. Application of zero trust that ran across all the security-related projects. The process of evaluation was quite rigorous. As you have seen, Dr. Saha has gone through the process, the criteria that were followed, and it involved multiple stages of evaluation, independently by individual jurors, and then an interaction with the project groups, and then a final scoring. And we interacted with the project teams over video links, and these were quite interesting, with the participants often joining from different time zones. They were wishing each other good morning and good evening at the same time. But these interactions were very informative for both the project teams and the jury members. And there was a learning and experience sharing all round during this evaluation process. I, for one, learned a lot during these sessions. And ultimately, what went in favor of the selected projects was the outcomes. Were the needs of the user, the customer, the citizen, other beneficiaries, were those needs met? Were the benefits yet to be reaped? Were they reaped or yet to be reaped? That was one of the ruling considerations. In the best of the best, awarded with a distinction, the outcomes were clearly positive, enjoyed widespread acceptance across their stakeholders, across the beneficiaries. Other projects that had given positive outcomes for the stakeholders selected for the award of merit. Dr. Saha has already elaborated on these criteria. Some of the projects had not yet demonstrated full-fledged stakeholder outcomes, but showed great promise. And perhaps it is but a question of time before these projects start yielding results. Such projects have been given a special mention as promising project for future potential, what we call PPFP. So there are some PPFP projects which we'll come to right now. But I can say that without exception, all the project submissions were of a very high quality. It was clear that each one of them represented a lot of hard work and a lot of innovation on the part of the project teams. Since it was not possible to award all the projects, the jury had to leave some out, though with a heavy heart. But in the end, I'm sure all the project teams and jury members found the entire evaluation exercise, selection exercise, a learning experience par excellence. This learning itself makes the Open Group India Awards event well worth the while for all of us. Once again, I would like to congratulate the award winners as well as those teams who couldn't make the cut this time. We are sure they will in coming years. For the time and effort and excellent work, thank you very much. It was a great experience for me, and I hope it was a great experience for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharadji. Thank you so much. I would request you to probably go back because we've got the AV back for the Saudi Awards. So can we have these Saudi team on the screen, please? I'll just repeat for those. This is the award for the merit for TOGAF standard and enterprise architecture. And this goes to Saudi Arabian Ministry of Sport and their presence in virtual. So there we go.
Yes, hello everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed member of the group. Good evening, everyone. This is Amira Zali'i. I'm the Enterprise Architecture Director at Ministry of Sport. Actually, it's a great honor for me to join you online today on behalf of Ministry of Sport to receive this wonderful award of merit from the Open Group. This recognition in the category of TOGAF standard enterprise architectures shows our dedication to doing our best and finding new ways to improve Saudi Arabian sport sector. At the Ministry of Sport, we work hard to use enterprise architecture to make our operation smoother, be more transparent, and make better decisions. So our goal has always been to create a welcoming, efficient, and lively sport environment that supports talents and athletes and encourage a healthy lifestyle throughout the kingdom. It's not just a recognition of what we have done so far. Actually, it also inspires to setting new goals. We believe architecture is an achievement achieving our vision of successful sports in line with broader goals of the Vision 20. My heartfelt thanks to the Open Group for this honor and to our dedicated team who have worked hard to make this possible. We are excited for the future and look forward to continuing our journey, growth, and improvement. Thank you all, and congratulations to all of the winners and participants. You to inspire and support each other in our shared objective of excellence. Thank you for having this opportunity.
Thank you, Dean. Okay, super. So thank you for joining. All right, so now we'll move to the third set of awards. And before we do that, I think I just wanted to kind of take a moment to recognize my team members who have been conceptualizing and executing it. So probably a round of applause for Karuna ji, Karuna Malesh, and Dipti Nair from our team who have been instrumental in doing this. Okay, so we'll go next. I'll call upon Pallab ji to come on the stage and say a bit about the next set of award, which is around promising project of future potential.
So this is the third group of awards, and I think Sharat Mathur has already explained the motivation behind this category. So these are projects that have made a very promising start of adopting open standards, but they are very early in their adoption, implementation, and therefore they show a lot of future potential in terms of adoption if they continue this journey. One thing which I would like to definitely encourage is these teams to perhaps come back with more information next year and move up the value chain, so to speak, get to the award of merit or get to the award of distinction. So, let's announce those winners in this group and then encourage them more.
Thank you, Pallabji. All right, so we'll quickly start now in the interest of time, and fortunately we are on time. So, super. So I may call upon Steve to come on the stage, as well as Sharad Mathurji, please, as well. Thank you. Thank you. And we'll go to the next set of award for Promising Project of Future Potential. The category is TOGAF Standard and Enterprise Architecture, and it goes to Nunn Life Insurance Company Limited, Taiwan. May I request the team to come on the stage, please?
Good evening. Firstly, I would like to express my gratitude to the organizer of this event for this great honor. And my name is Simon Lu. I'm the Vice President of Nunn Life Insurance Company. And it's my pleasure to be here on behalf of our President and other fund to receive this award. I think this award is another milestone in my long journey with the Open Group, which spent over more than 10 years. And starting from my time and the teaching at the university, and then I moved to the Taipei City government for another 4 years, and now at the Nunn Life Insurance Company. So this recognition is really means a lot to us. Like the oil industry, we are facing the dramatic challenge and from the emerging technologies. And however, we deal with the challenges in different ways. We focus more on the business process review as a cornerstone, and rather than rush to solve the problem by the technique and the fix. So the point to us is start small, using a business architecture as our first step. So it allows and introduce the TOGAF framework into our company in stages. So I truly believe that, and Nunn will become another case study of the TOGAF in the near future. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll move to the next one. Here. Thank you. And thank you so much for traveling all the way from Taiwan to here. And then thank you everyone who have traveled around the world to the capital city of Delhi. The next category is for OSDU data platform, digital transformation, open source software data platform in the energy industry. And this one goes to SLB team, Schlumberger. May I have them on the dais, please?
seeing is believing. Believing helps get an understanding, and understanding helps you make better decisions. Yes, I'm talking about data here. If you get to see the entire context of the data, including its historical versions, the changes made, the activities which happened, the data quality scores, and its context in terms of associated data, would we all not be able to make better informed decisions? Trustworthy data is the key for any domain application today to help take those decisions, those critical business decisions. For today, to optimize the workflows, and for tomorrow, for the AI-led next generation optimizations and workflows that we want to run on. And when all of this is possible by using the governance, technical standards, and open platform consortium that we get through OSDU, it seamlessly helps domain application work with good quality data across different industries. And as Usha ma'am said, in our industry, it's all important that all the players in the ecosystem work around this trustworthy data, which is what OSDU helps here. I would like to take this moment to express my gratitude to this consortium, which not only helps make standards, but it also helps promote data quality. And for organizations like us, we can actually embark upon creating great applications for those expensive decisions in our energy industry. Because a small mistake due to bad quality data could lead to havoc, not only in terms of money, cost, time, but also to the environmental impact. It's an honor for all of us to be representing Schlumberger here on this stage, and we would also want to like to thank our leadership team who have actually imbibed that in our DNA, the vision, the purpose, and the path that we are set here. It also helps all of us in this industry to work for that better future, and I guess this is the right category, promising projects for tomorrow. The entire team who got us to where we are today, spread across all the geographies, across different countries, is all I want to thank here on this stage. And thank you once again.
Thank you, SLB team. And we'll move to the next one. The category is cybersecurity, open fair risk analysis, security architecture, and zero trust architecture. And the winner is Information Management Center, New Taipei City Government. I'll just request AV team to bring them on the video because they couldn't travel over here. So we'll get them on video. Can we have them, AV team? Super. Are they able to hear us? Okay. Okay, all right. So what we'll do is we'll move on. We'll fix that in the meanwhile. And, okay, sorry, cool. Yeah, we are able to hear him. Can we have him? Okay, may I request AV team to just pause that, and you can probably communicate with him offline. And in the meanwhile, we'll go to the next set of awards to be conscious of time. This one is for open standards for sustainability and goes to IBM India Private Limited. So may I call upon IBM team on the stage, please?
So, first of all, it's an absolutely humbling feeling by kind of standing on this podium. And thanks Open Group for acknowledging our submission and selecting us for this award. The I would like to thank IBM, honestly, giving us the platform and the connect to kind of submit for this kind of an event. Now, a quick kind of on the work, and we started the sustainability journey and actually under Usha's leadership for some time. And the fundamental design principle we understood that for sustainability there is an industry angle which need to be looked upon. And a carbon emission heat map for a banking industry may be slightly different from what we do for a telco industry. And that's what we did as part of our work. We essentially overlaid the open architecture standard with the telco industry standards to figure it out. What are those areas which will require optimization from a sustainability perspective to meet the carbon emission goal? And we came up with a set of NFRs which would be applicable for that industry. Thank you.
Thank you team. And the next one is for the category of TOGAF Standard Enterprise Architecture. And this one goes to Bangladesh Computer Council. May I request the team to come on the stage, please? And thank you guys, thank you for turning up. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Pallabji. Bad.
Hello. So, thank you the audience. This is Tanim from Bangladesh Computer Council. I am representing Bangladesh Computer Council as well as my country here. So, this recognition from the Open Group, this is a great inspiration for us. We will take it forward and we are targeting to move ahead in later and coming year. So you already know that Bangladesh has chalked out a plan for Vision 2041, and Bangladesh Computer Council is the apex body that is actually helping or enabling Bangladesh government to achieve the targets and activities of Vision 2041. We are actually working hard. Thanks to our Executive Director, thanks to our ICT Estate Minister, Mr. Junaid Ahmed Polok, and I will again thank the Open Group for this recognition. We are trying to taking it forward. Thanks.
Thank you so much, BCC team. And thank you, Sharadji, thank you, Steve, thank you, Pallabji. Appreciate it. We are unable to get the team from Information Management Center from Taipei City Government. So we'll directly move to the next set of things. So thank you all participants for the Open Group Awards. Next year, of course, the expectation with new projects and encourage others to participate as well. This year, as Steve and Pallabji mentioned, we introduced EA competition for students. So may I call upon Balaji from TCS to tell us more about his experience for the student competition. Thank you, Balaji.
So indeed a great pleasure, and respected delegates, chief guest, and the Open Group team, and all the volunteers and participants. I believe we are at the final leg of the overall Open Group Award ceremony, but I just wanted to give you a perspective of what this Open Group EA competition is all about. Their journey already began 2 years ago when we started the Open Group Initiate work group. The intent of the work group to establish the industry academia relationship and strengthen and promote the enterprise architecture function as part of the engineering and management discipline. In that process, what we did is we went ahead and constructed the curriculum, constructed the mentor handbook, which will help to nurture the students in that direction. And later, in December 2023, we realized there is a need for us to drive and promote the EA competition for the students. When we conceptualized this particular entire story, we did not have any kind of a background of how this competition had to be run. So there was a lot of brainstorming happened between the think tank team, which really executed the entire thought process to give the entire focused direction and approach, where we felt it is important to help the students in that entire journey by giving them the right problem statements and also associate them with the mentors so that there's a good amount of handling of them and nurturing them in that direction, because this kind of concepts are pretty much new to them, and help them how to apply right level of thinking to put down the constructs of architecture and realize the solution. I believe some of you were there in the post-lunch where some of these great case studies which has been shortlisted were presented by the students. I was truly amazed the way they have articulated and presented the things. It is indeed important for us also to acknowledge the fact, the people behind this, and it is important for us to understand the kind of an effort which went in. With a debt of gratitude to the Initiate core team, whose dedication and support were very, very instrumental in the success of this endeavor, we extend our heartfelt thanks to our Sridhar PV co-chair, who was responsible along with me to conceptualize this entire story with the support of Dr. Pallab and Meenakshi. And we also extend the thanks to Indranil Bhaumik, Vijayasagar Dagiri, and Jansi Sophia for their unwavering commitment for this entire EA competition. Our appreciation also goes to each and every mentor who participated in this entire journey, because it was very, very critical. Their support was very, very critical for the success of this. And also, this primarily I wanted to take a couple of names, DXC led by Nishit Pathak, and also from the LTM entry led by Avinash Bhate. They were very, very grateful to our sponsor LTM entry for their generous support. The competition has truly unlocked the true potential and fostered a deeper understanding of the enterprise architecture constructs among the students, which is very, very needed and important. And it truly served as a platform for the collaboration and innovation. As we look into the future of digital India, I believe we are in the safe hands, because the future is lying with the students who are going to spearhead this enterprise architecture journey for the future and trying to see the next decade how they are going to run the show. I am very, very confident about that. We are seeding the thoughts, we are seeding the culture of thinking of enterprise architecture, and they are going to make us very, very shine in the future. The contributions have really provided a great significant impact in building the culture of enterprise architecture right from the academics. And we are going to transform this entire journey to the next level in the upcoming years. I believe this particular initiative will really give a kind of a career direction for many students to adopt the path of enterprise architecture within India. With that note, I request all of you to applaud the students. I want all the students who participated to stand up, please. They are the people who really made a big difference. Thank you. And I would also request the management of the colleges who are presenting here, means professors, principals, directors, to please stand up. Your support was very much needed, which made a big, big difference to this. Thank you. Without your support and encouragement and commitment, they would have not reached here. And I would also request all the jury members and mentors who are there here, please stand up. I cannot take the names of everyone, but if you are here by any chance, please stand, because we wanted to acknowledge you. Your support was unmeasurable. You made a big, big difference to the entire initiative. Thank you for being part of this entire initiative. We need your continuous support. Beyond this, I take this moment and request you, if you are an industry representative or a government representative, we want from the Open Group Initiate team to also offer internships and opportunities for these budding architects to work in your engagements and prove their mettle. They can think like an architect and act like an architect. So give them an opportunity that make a big difference. With that note, I thank you and request Atik to take it forward with the awards.
Thank you, Balaji, so much. That was very, very inspiring. and he's the Chief Innovation Officer for TCS. And now we move on to the next set for the EA competition for students. And guys, this is one thing which he already mentioned, right? We talk about academia and industry, and this is the forum, this is the work group which has kind of got it together. And that one has led by Meenakshi, who is from our team. Thank you, Meenakshi ji. All right, so we'll go to the next set of awards, the awards for distinction, and the category is Enterprise Architecture Competition for Students. And may I call upon Team Health Informatics, Mercer University. May I request the students to come on the stage, as well as may I request Steve, Pallabji, and our sponsor, LTI Mindtree, Sunil Agarwal, AVP, LTI Mindtree, on the stage, please. Thank you guys. And if there are professors and mentors, I would request you to also come on the dais, please, who have supported them. Okay, and guys, just to mention this, LTI has sponsored a cash reward for the organizations, to the universities and the students, which they will receive directly from them. And that's the thing that you see over there, that's a check. I'm sure most of you would be aware of cricket, and that's the same thing over here as well. Thank you so much, guys. You want to say a few words?
Yes, good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Makerere University Health Informatics team, I want to take this opportunity to thank the organizers of the event and the competition, the open group. I want to go ahead and thank the Makerere University for really also helping us to push through this. I want to thank Meenakshi and Diane, plus our lecturers that have helped us through all this. That's Joseph Wamema and Madam Irene Wanyana. Thank you so much. Thank you. We look forward to any other opportunities and any other events. Thank you.
Thank you, team. Okay. And the next category is Enterprise Architecture Competition for Students, Team Enterprise Enigmas, RV College of Engineering. May I request the students to come on the stage along with the mentors and the faculties and the principals? On the stage, please.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank the Open Group for organizing such a competition which enabled us to understand our enterprise architecture in depth and give us a very memorable experience. I would also like to thank LTI Mindtree and our mentor Anand Patil sir, who constantly guided us throughout the entire process and helped us make our project better. I would also like to thank Meenakshi ma'am and Diana ma'am of the Open Group for making this entire process very smooth. I would also like to thank our college, RVCE and RSST for giving us this opportunity. I would like to thank our HOD, Dr. Ramakant Kumar sir, and our college mentors, Dr. Chetana Murthy ma'am and Dr. Hemavati ma'am, without whom this project would not be possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so we'll go with the virtual sessions in the last. So we'll move to the next set of awards. So the award for merit enterprise architecture competition for students goes to Teams Spartans, RV College of Engineering. May I request you to come on the stage, please?
So, good evening, everyone. First of all, we are very grateful for having this award. This award is not just a recognition of testament of our teamwork, but also the continuous vision and guidance by our HOD sir. And I also want to give my special thanks to our HOD sir, Dr. Ramakant Kumar sir, Dr. Chetana Murthy ma'am, and Dr. Hemavati ma'am. I would also like to have my heartfelt congratulations to our mentor, Ashish Garg sir. Without them, this wouldn't have been possible. I would also like to thank the Open Group for conducting such an event, which gave us a lot of memories and a lot of things to learn, new things. It was a great experience. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, team. Okay, the next award for merit in the category of Enterprise Architecture Competition for Students goes to Team V for Peace, Valinka Institute of Management and Development Research, V School. May I request the team to come on the stage, please, along with the mentors and the faculties. And that's my college for my MBA as well. Guys, a huge round of applause, guys. It's a tremendous work which has gone into.
It is indeed a very proud moment for us to receive this award from the Open Group. And as a sustainability advocate and winning an award in that section, it is a very proud moment for me and Shruti and our teammate Vidushi. So I would like to thank our group director, Professor Dr. Uday Saluke sir, who had made possible for us to participate in this conference and competition. And with his support and mentorship, I would like to support Dr. Pensi sir, who had mentored throughout this journey, and my mentor from DXC Technology, Parveen sir and Pawan sir. Thank you, the Open Group, Meenakshi and Diana, you made it possible for us, and you are very welcoming to us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And just to let you know, guys, Dr. Pense sir has been my professor during my MBA journey with the Wellinger. So it's like a life which has come a full circle after 20 years. You make him proud. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay, so the next one, and that's the last one. This goes to Enterprise Architecture Competition for Students, Team Archimedes Trio, Dr. Lankapalli Bulaya College of Engineering. They will be joining virtually. I hope they are able to hear us. Can we have them on the AV, please? Please go ahead, we are able to hear you.
Hello everyone, this is Ritika from Team Archimedes Trio. Firstly, I wanted to thank my mentor, Rajashekar sir. I have to say this, like EA is like a sea and we would be lost without you if you are not guiding us. And I wanted to thank Diana ma'am, Meenakshi ma'am, and Anil sir for supporting us throughout this competition. And I have to mention this, like knowledge becomes wisdom only after it has been put to good use. So I wanted to say this ATL project, Atal Tinkering Labs project, which is initiated by Niti Aayog. I wanted to say that students should not only go into reading books theoretically. I just wanted to promote this practical learning and yeah, thank you for this award. Thank you.
Great work, great work.
Thank you very much. I'm Raj Shekhar. Here I am as Regional Mentor of Change with Atal Innovation Mission, Niti Aayog, Government of India. You know, there are 10,000 maker spaces within this country. Yes. Niti Aayog has funded 10,000 maker spaces in this country, and everybody, any high school student in India can go visit and do experiential learning in these adult tinkering labs. Thanks for giving this opportunity to the open group, and I'm really honored to be as a mentor and glad that they were able to take this problem statement initially. And it is not just for this competition. We are all committed to implement this solution. We did this in 2 labs as part of this competition. Apart from these 2, we have a roadmap now, 2 to 20, 20 to 200, 200 to 1,000, and then to 10,000. So we need to ease the access to public infrastructure. I think this competition is definitely setting a stage in India for that. Happy to be part of this initiative. Thanks to everybody who helped all of us in this initiative. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rajshekhar ji. All right, there's one more mention which doesn't go without saying, guys, because this whole event of engaging students, colleges, mentors, like the whole ecosystem. I said a lot of names. Meenakshi ji comes very common in that. There's one more person which I forgot to mention. It's Diana Rapose from our team who has been working relentlessly to work with students to get this organized. Thank you, Diana ji, to help us with that. Now, I'll call upon Sunil Agarwal, his AVP, LTI Mindtree, our sponsors. And this sponsorship is different, guys. It's not something which money comes to us. The money directly goes to the student, and that's what we saw on the stage. So may I request Sunil ji to say a few words?
Sure, thank you. So as you have heard from Bala, right, we have been working as an initiate group to see how we can evangelize enterprise architecture curriculum with academia. So while we were working for last, 1.5, 2 years, and he has talked a lot, so I'll not go and repeat the same, but, when it came to how do we actually show to the world that it can be done, right? And that's where we're thought of a lot of doing either hackathon and things, but of course, hackathon of 1 or 2 days will not work in case where the students have to be mentored and trained. So I think that exercise went, and I think you all have seen what can be achieved from that. And when Meenakshi approached for this opportunity to be given a sponsorship, I think I took it with both hands because I wanted to make sure that we walk the talk, right? While we be doing that for 1.5 years and things, but how do we do that? And I would actually thank our executive leadership, especially CEO Mr. Nachiket Deshpande, who actually, usually, right, you take some time, but within 5 minutes, actually I got the response back, please, Sunil, please go ahead. Because our parent company, L&T, that, we take proud in building the nations. So this is one stop. I thought we can do something to building the enterprise architecture community and spread that, right? So that's where I think the theme of our parent company and being an engineering there, I think it helps to us to keep that ahead. So thanks again, Open Group, to providing us this opportunity. And hopefully everyone has now seen the results. And as Bala has requested, hope as an industry, we work with academia a lot more and take this ahead further. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sunilji. Thank you so much, sir. All right, so guys, that's all for the award so far. Thank you so much for being so patient. Thank you for encouraging everyone. And thank you for everything, guys. I think we are 45 minutes ahead of time, and I would like to now just hand it over to Steve for the closing remarks. Thank you.
Thanks, Atik. Thank everyone for your attention, and great job on leading us through and deciding when to move on and when not. It's not easy. Also, an unusual thank you maybe, but thank you to our photographer here for his patience. We did somewhere along the line, we learned where to stand for the photos, I think, but we were quick to forget as well, but no, it was all part of the fun. For the students in the room, the words were said earlier that could have been taken out of my mouth, but it does feel good that the future is in safe hands with such clearly competent and capable individuals such as yourselves going into the future. And as you're very early in your enterprise architecture careers, should that even be your choice of career. But from the Open Group, I'd like to encourage you to pursue enterprise architecture, and specifically, please do pursue a TOGAF certification, and we'll figure out how we do it, but the Open Group will cover the exam cost for any of you who are up for learning and do that. So I do encourage you, and we'll see where that goes. So for everybody else, for all the winners, and for those who submitted and didn't make it into the room or onto the final list this year, then there's always the future. Please do keep working on those projects. We've seen some great promising projects for the future as well. It will be great to see these things come to fruition and further development. From my point of view, as CEO of the Open Group, it actually genuinely warms my heart when I see the work that we help facilitate in the standards turn into these great projects and making a real difference, not just in the lives of corporations or governments, but directly helping citizens, directly helping farmers, whatever it may be. It really is warming to know that we play a small part in making a difference. So on that note, I'll leave you and wish you all a good rest of the evening. We are going to feed you now. So thank you for your patience and for your enthusiastic applause of all our winners tonight. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.